Before time began, there was the Ark, crash-landed into Mount St. Hilary, and here it is. So this is my custom articulated comic book art, if you want to call it that, of Mount St. Hilary with the Ark and the side of the mountain. And all this is, you can get these kits from your local hobby store. It's called Scene-A-Rama mountain kit. You'll have to have at least 2 of these, plus a couple extra rolls of this plaster cloth, which is how I made these layers of the mountain, plus a box of Plaster of Paris. These rocks are actually plaster casted with a little tray they give you. You can make it up to 6 per box. So I've got a rock there, rock there, rock there. There's about 12 on this one. And newspaper underneath, and cardboard and paper. This is actually the side. Went down to Kinko's and scanned the box for the iGear Computer Control Center, and so that's the outside of the Ark. This is from the Mandalorian Rex, or whatever his name is, who did the inside Teletran 1 Ark printable paper. So I just printed that out. This is styrofoam blocks. These are styrofoam cups with bits of paper cut to size, measured and cut, and taped around the side, black paint for the middle. I put some Gorilla Glue, which expands once it makes contact, to make it look like there was damage. And yeah. I had this covered, but some plaster has fallen down, so I may have to reprint some of this stuff. But the overall look actually looks pretty good. It stands at right at 4 feet tall. And a friend of mine on, I'm winded. A friend of mine on Facebook pointed out that the original Ark that I'd forgotten had 5 engines. So actually the edge of the Ark should be about right here where the chair is. But when I did the dimensions for the base for something that would actually be the right scale for that would have made the base of this thing would have had to been, 7 feet wide or so, and the mountain would have been as tall as the ceiling. So I simply did not have room for it. But anyways, you can see down in here the area where the Autobots will roll out, and this is to scale with the Classics and G1 figures, so they can roll right out of the box. I may put a printable background in the back, kind of a Wile E. Coyote thing, where there'd be a black hole and walls at an angle where it looks like something's driving out of a corridor. I had to reprint some of that paper up there. The plaster got on that paper too, and refill all these holes. Maybe cut out the back, I'm not sure. Somebody suggested putting a light in here. That may be nice too. Down here I'll put the grass and the dirt, the rocks, trees. So the next step is to make it look like this, which would be a really nice touch. And this thing actually has a YouTube channel, Scene-A-Rama, where it gives you step-by-step directions. It's really elementary level, so it's very, very simple to do. But you'll need a couple of these kits, as I mentioned, and several rolls of plaster. And if you can get all this stuff at the hobby store, but everybody's like, oh man, this is so awesome, blah, blah, blah. But it's actually really easy to make, but there's no way to ship this thing unless I send it in a crate. But there you go. See, newspaper, several layers of plaster cloth, some cardboard. There's a wire frame underneath here that's just that stuff. Not the puppy book, the galvanized wire where you can bend it into shape, masking tape, and I just nailed this 3-foot board to this 4-foot base to keep the angle of the Ark at the right angle. And it's a banana box, so no spiders though. But there you go. There is our home, and we still haven't taken our Christmas tree down because we can't find the box. At least it's not this box. I know where this box came from. So anyways, this is a video diary, if you were, of how I'm going to have this Ark built. And this is the middle step. So there's 3 layers of cloth and plaster on this thing right now, and it's almost dry. This half is pretty much dry. This half is still drying. And then tonight we do the same thing we do every night, Pinky. We'll stain this wood and rock, and so it looks like it's the right contour, and it'll be this color of these stones. And then it'll be probably put a little more touches on it, and I think within a couple of days it'll have a finished product to show you guys. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this little video diary of the making of the Ark. Bye-bye.